Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today there is something different. I am going to be talking about PCOS, as I am a PCOS sufferer. I have been since I was 14 years old. I got a comment on my last video to say that you guys wanted me to speak about it further. On my TikTok I've been speaking about it. And literally everyone was like, can you do a more in-depth video? So I thought, why not? Some of you guys left me comments as well of like things that you want me to speak about, and also you sent me DMs, hence why today's video is happening. If you're new here, make sure that you like and subscribe, and literally let's get into today's video. Make sure you have a tea, a coffee, anything to help you relax and kick back, because I've got a lot to say. So I'm going to be looking down at my phone just because there's so much I needed to cover, and I wanted to make sure that I did not miss out on anybody's questions. So the first question was, when was I diagnosed with PCOS? I was diagnosed when I was 18 years old. The second question, what were my symptoms? So I had a lot of symptoms. I had excessive hair, bad acne, fatigue, painful periods and bloating, and also as well going months without a period, might I add. I want to say to anybody who's watching this video, please, if you are having like any sort of spotting which lasts for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it is not good. Please go and get it checked out. If you are going 6 months, 5 months, or even 8 months without a period, that is also not good, and it is not normal. Go and get it checked out. I would literally go 8 months without a period, 6 months without a period, and my GPs were super lazy and they didn't investigate until finally my mom put her foot down and said, this is not normal. When she does get a period, it's extremely painful, and literally her periods are taking too long between each one, which won't obviously help her in the future. So shout out to mommy up there. Honestly, like, she was ride or die for the situation and made sure that I got my answers. It is PCOS hereditary? Yes, it can be. In my family, my mum had it, so did 2 of my aunties. So it is something that can be passed down. How long did it take me to get a diagnosis? It took me about 5 years to get my diagnosis. The doctors didn't take it seriously, and to be honest, in the UK, only now are they starting to do more research into it to realise what they need to do to support us and to treat us. Mainly in the US, from what I've seen on TikTok, they're a lot more read up on it and they know a lot more, whereas here in the UK, honestly, I'll just tell you, for the past like 5 years, along with how long it took me to get the diagnosis, I have been struggling so much with my GPs. But finally, alhamdulillah, I found the perfect GP for me, and she's literally working with me to make sure that she's listening to me and also listening to my body to make sure that we can reach the goals that I want to achieve. What did doctors offer me? They had offered me at the time a pill. I think it's either like a contraceptive pill. I think it is a contraceptive pill actually. And that's basically to suppress my hormones, to keep them in check, to basically manage the excessive hair growth, the weight gain, that kind of stuff. The only thing is though, with that, my mom literally, as soon as she like heard that come out of the doctor's mouth, she was like, no way. Just because she was like, in the future, it's going to cause a lot of like issues for her, like regarding her fertility, and it's just going to mess around later on with her hormones. It's better to try and sort it out naturally than it is to try and take the medication. And I do believe that to be true now, especially years down the line, in seeing how PCOS is getting a lot more coverage. A lot of girls who did take that option of using the pill are actually now struggling when it comes to fertility and balancing out their hormones, and they're having to do a lot more just because of the doctors really just throwing things out there, just being like, yeah, take this pill and just come back to me when you want to have a baby, because that is what was said to me. Take this pill, and when you want to have a baby, come back to me. How do you manage your PCOS naturally? So it's taken me many years to realize what can trigger like my PCOS to like be worse than it is. I have always dealt with my weight fluctuating, and with that it means that I've gone from a stage where I'm completely like slim, obviously weight still there in the right places, but I've gone from that stage to then being like really big. And when I use these terms, guys, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm literally just referring to myself, because I know that sometimes this is a sensitive topic and I know that it can trigger certain people. So I'm just referring to myself. Like, I have gone from being really slim to then like really big, and then back and forth. And at the moment right now, I'm in my big stage, and then literally by the end of the year, beginning of next year, I will then drop weight. It all depends on what my hormones are doing at the time. But how I've managed to basically manage it as best I can is through walking. I try to walk daily, whether it's 5k steps or 10k steps, it all depends. Because my job is at home, it's really hard for me to get the steps in, just because obviously as much as I'm cleaning the house and then as well I'm creating my content, I'm not walking as much as a person that would be who had like an external job, or like remote job for that instance. Is remote the word? No, I don't think that's the word. Whatever, but you get what I mean. If you had a job that was more external, then you'd be walking a lot more through just your commuting and so forth. But yeah, so I try to make sure that I walk daily, whether that's around the reservoir, because my reservoir is quite kind of big, so I do that, or just going on a walk around my area. But walking is really like, it's a necessity. It helps our hormones so much. We're not spiking our insulin by doing some great excessive workout, because doing a lot of like high intensity workouts actually work against us. It doesn't help us lose weight. In actual fact, we gain a lot more weight because our metabolism is slowing down. So I would suggest that look into how to do low impact workouts. Try not to put your body into stress, because it does not work out well for us. And I learned that only 2 years ago. And I will leave down below any resources of like where I found out my information, just so you guys can have a little read through and hopefully it can help you. And also as well, I link below a workout that I do at home that doesn't require any like jumping or anything like that, because you don't want to be doing that. You want low intensity workouts. I will link it down below, and it's literally like the best video. I've been using it, and so far your girl has already lost 3 kg in a month. And I know that might not seem a lot to most people, but losing weight with PCOS is really hard. Like, it's so hard for us to shift weight, but alhamdulillah, it's working for me. So also I'd say the next thing would be yoga. Yoga is another form of low intensity. We do not want to be stressing our bodies out. Yoga is a good way to rest the mind and rest the body, and just making sure that we're bringing peace to our inner selves and not, again, stressing ourselves out. The next thing I would say is a new diet. I have always tried to do the gluten-free and dairy-free diet, but this year, guys, I am completely on it. I will not lie to you, I have one cheat day out of the week. But aside from that, I am completely on it. I am staying dedicated. Reason being is because I am on a fertility journey. Again, I will speak about that more as we go on. But I'm on a fertility journey, and I just want to make sure I am preparing my body in the best way possible. So being on this new diet is actually helping a lot, and I've realized that I'm shifting a lot more weight than I usually did. Like before, guys, I won't lie to you, I would do like gluten and dairy free like 3 times out of the week, but the rest of the days I'll be eating whatever I want. And it does not work like that. Like, if you want to see improvement, if you want your PCOS, to repair itself, you have to be doing the work, and it matters what you are putting inside your body. So be mindful the next time that you go to purchase something in the supermarket, or the next time that you go to a restaurant, and literally just remember you only have this one body, so try to feed it what it needs, and not things that are going to cause inflammation, cause the further bloating, delay your periods further, all that type of stuff. Like, it's just not worth it. And lastly, what I do is I take supplements. If you guys would like a supplement video of like all of the things that I take, I would do that. But because it's kind of a lot, and I do not want this video to drag, I'm not gonna like go through all of them. But I would say like I do take a lot, but I'll do that if you guys want it. How do you deal with the weight? It's hard because my weight does fluctuate. I hate the fact like I have to buy so many like different sizes of clothes, because depending on how my PCOS is feeling, some days I'm more bloated than others. So a pair of pants that I could wear probably last month, this month, they ain't rocking with me. It's uncomfortable, so that's annoying. I think as well, like if family or friends realize that you've put on weight and like they'll make a comment to be like, oh girl, like you're getting a bit thick. I'm not trying to be thick, okay? I'm not trying to be thick. Like I'm naturally like, you know, curvaceous. It's the Jamaican, do you get me, the Caribbean body. It's normal. But you see when someone's like, oh, you're getting thick, and they will like squeeze a bit of your arms or touch a little bit of your side, and you're just like, yeah, it's not purposely, like trust me, I'm trying to keep this under control. So that's a little bit annoying. And I think as well, because a lot of people don't know what PCOS is, it's hard for them to understand that you only have to look at like a cinnamon roll and automatically the cinnamon roll calories are already in your body just by looking. It doesn't have to, like, it doesn't take a lot. And I think that's hard for people to get a grasp of. Like, you're genuinely not eating insanely. It's literally just your body doesn't respond as the other person's body would. Excessive hair, how do you deal with it? Well, you guys will see over on my TikTok, I've started opening up about my excessive hair and also what that does to my skin. In doing the Ramadan vlogs, a lot of you were leaving comments saying, you know, sis, do this for your hyperpigmentation, do this to help with the scarring. But a lot of those things don't work for me, just because it is not down to my, like, me having like mad acne or like my skin being like really dirty or clogged that my skin is the way it is. It's literally down to my excessive hair growth. Because the hair continues to go so quickly and I'm constantly shaving or tweezing or waxing, those things actually are giving me more ingrown hairs. Like, waxing does not work for me. I had the worst experience with waxing. Like, I got really bad ingrown hairs from it, which then left such bad scarring. Like that one case of waxing, or I think it was two, literally left the worst. Like my skin was in horrendous condition, horrendous. So that didn't work, and that just left me with a lot of scarring. Then on top of that, with the shaving is cost effective, it's easy. Also as well, it just fits into my lifestyle. Like, it's just super easy. I don't have to go anywhere for it. I literally just have to have like a pack of razors and it's there. Don't get me wrong, I'm possibly shooting myself in the foot with it, just because it is giving me obviously more ingrown hairs, which then creates pussy sores, which then creates like loads of scars, all those type of things. So I'm obviously not doing myself any favors. But the NHS did offer me laser and I did go. I had 6 sessions, but the hair then came back, and it came back even more thicker and more coarse. Obviously, I didn't realize a lot has changed in terms of like laser treatment packages. You can actually get some that are more affordable now and less expensive. So now that I know this, trust me, your girl is going to be making a bigger effort to make sure I'm looking for companies that will offer me an affordable package, just so I can get this under control. Because honestly guys, it is a difficult one. Like, even right now as I'm speaking to you, I am getting my hijab literally like plucked onto like these little hairs on my neck. It is super annoying. So inshallah, that's something I'll sort out. If you do obviously deal with the excessive hair growth, I would say try waxing, see if it does work for you. If you've only got a few, try tweezing, but I won't lie to you, tweezing gave me the worst ingrown hairs as well. So you're possibly better off just doing the laser. Relationships and PCOS. So in having PCOS, I was really worried about how I was going to tell my fiance, now husband, that I had PCOS, only because I know that it does come with a lot of things, and also as well fertility. If you are somebody who wants to have children, then obviously in having a new partner or getting married or whatever, it's a tough conversation to have, to say to somebody that even though it might be super easy, and they may have witnessed it being super easy for friends or relatives, that with you might be the exception and it's not going to be that easy. So I was a bit scared and skeptical about it, but honestly, my partner, took it like a champ. He was supportive, he was loving, as he always is. And honestly, it was easy. He actually ended up doing his own research about it, and what was so lovely is that in me telling him about it, he literally was coming to me and saying, babe, you do know you're not meant to be having that, you know, or babe, you should be taking this supplement, you know. So he actually did the work and put in the effort to find a way how to better support me and make sure that he's keeping me on track. So yeah, you got this blessed. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And I would say also as well, if you guys would like a video actually with my husband in it, and you want to ask any questions on, I don't know, from a man's perspective, please leave the questions down below and I'll get him to be in the video with me and we can answer some questions for you. Also as well, I think it's important to let your partner be aware of, like, not just the fertility, about your mood. PCOS can affect our mood so much. We can be moody, 1 minute we can be super happy with loads of energy, next minute we're literally like dull. And I think it's important to let your partner know that it's no fault of theirs, it's literally just your body, you cannot control it, and occasionally it will happen. And if anything, you let them know ways to support you, to get you through those days where you probably feel a little bit gloomy or a little bit down. Fertility, I won't lie to you guys, I know this is probably what you've all came here for, I will not lie to you, it has been a roller coaster for me. I'm not going to go all the way into it just because I have gone through a few traumatic experiences, and I know that even though the internet can be a welcoming place, it can also be a very mean place and people can wish bad on you, and I believe in evil eye, so I keep my fertility journey to a minimum. Reason being is because hopefully, like, inshallah, if my mind changes, who knows, it probably won't change, but if it does end up changing, I'm gonna be filming, just in case, these little diary entries, and I'll timestamp them, and I'll probably just like literally put them all into one video that you guys can watch, and then you can see what I'm doing at different stages to support my fertility journey. But I will not lie to you guys, like, honestly, trying to conceive it's been something. And I will share hopefully some supplements in the next video if you guys want that, what supplements I'm taking to support my body and get it into a healthier state. Not to say that it's in a bad state before people start assuming, it's literally just, I want to, you know, help the body out sort of thing. But yeah guys, my fertility is something. The last question, which again links to fertility, I had so many of these questions but I know you guys are curious. The last one was, how do you deal with friends and family who are asking you why you have not had a child yet? Now this question in fact is quite insensitive. It is in fact rude, especially coming from women. Reason being is because as women, most of us, not all of us, but most of us do want to have children, and a lot of women are aware of this and they know that it can come with its hardships. So I would just say that if somebody does ask you, whether it be a male shouldn't be asking you anyway, but just in case, or a family member or woman ask you, whatever, the kindest way and the most bluntest way, you could tell them like it's none of their business, which isn't in fact rude, it's a fact. But we understand that, and I understand, sorry, that a lot of people can take that quite offensive and think that you're being like, I don't know, defensive about it when you're really not. But I would literally just say to them, I know that it comes from a good place. I know that you want to see me create a life and bring extra love into this family or into this friendship, whatever. But I am finding it difficult. And with me finding it difficult, I'm not willing to give you a timestamp. I don't need your tips on how to make me have a baby faster. I don't need your insensitive comment of, oh, probably if you just relax. Like, guys, I've had a pound coin for the amount of times I've told, well, just relax, it will happen when it happens. Or the whole thing of, you know, like, have you tried this? Have you tried this remedy? Have you tried this? Da, 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 da. Like, it's too much. So the best way to answer is literally just, I'm at a place right now where I am struggling with it, and when the time comes, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willing, it will come. It will come. But the same way you're waiting, so are we. Yeah guys, I hope that answers your questions. I hope I answered them well. But yeah, any more questions that you guys have, do not hesitate to DM me, leave comments. Even if you want to email me, my email is also down below. So just in case you want me to answer anything, I will answer it, and I'll also answer it in the next video if that's what you guys want me to do. I will not say your names, nothing like that. And yeah guys, take care, and I hope you're enjoying these types of videos. I'm actually gonna save it as like a playlist, just so that each video upload about this certain topic, you can just go back and watch. So yeah guys, take care, and I hope you're having a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night wherever you are in the world. And I appreciate every single one of you that like my videos and also subscribe. Take care guys, bye.